Guys, welcome back to another video. And in today's video, we're going to be doing a tier list I haven't done in like 2 months. A lot of you guys have been wanting to see this tier list. I've gotten a lot of comments about it, but we're back with the pet tier list. If you're wondering why these are characters, it's because I didn't want to get screenshots as the pets, because it's kind of hard to do that. Anyways, I accidentally put this in. We'll put that there. But anyways, next up we got Infinite Gojo. Infinite Gojo gives 12 times the player's attack, and also gives 15% crit chance for 10 seconds. I don't have a response for that. Anyways, I'm gonna slide this in a probably quick B tier. By the way, I'm not including like any of the legendary pets because, anyways, Esper pet. Not Shadow Esper, just normal Esper. So, Esper does 12 times the player's attack, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, and it reduces cooldowns by 4 seconds. It's not the best. I'm gonna give it A tier though. It's not quite S tier yet, but you know it can drift around in high A tier. Next up, we got the Chainsaw Man pet, the third biggest disappointment in this game. All right, so Chainsaw Man pet gives you 12 times the player's attack, for like, or not for like, but what's it called? He increases crit damage by 20% for 8 seconds, which is slightly worse than Infinite Gojo's pet. So it's slightly under. Anyways, we got the Shadow Monarch pet now. Shadow Monarch gives 12 times the player's attack and gives you a 100% crit chance. I forgot for how long though. Hold on. 8 seconds. That is basically Shadow Monarch's 4, but less damage, but it lasts for double. So I'm gonna give it either the low S tier. You could switch it down to a high A tier, but I'm gonna give it low S tier. So Shadow Esper does 12 times the player's attack. Yeah, 12 times the player's attack. Plus, he increases movement speed. I'm bad at memorizing what these pets give. He increases movement speed for 8 seconds and reduces cooldowns by 3.5. Automatic S tier. Not the best I've seen for raid. If anything, that's not that good for raid. But, you know, it's S tier because that is heavenly for dimensions. Next up, we got Luffy's pet, which I actually think is pretty good. Hold on, let me go check the stats. Anyways, he gives 12 times the player's attack, and also gives 15% extra boss damage. Or, I think 10 seconds. Let me check again. Yeah, for 10 seconds. So, that's pretty good. I'm gonna put it in low A tier. Cause, you know, there's way better pets. That's not that good for Luffy pet's not that good for dimensions. Pretty good for raid. Not insane though. Shanks 12 times player's attack, as usual, but he gives 15% extra crit chance for 10 seconds. Now you might be saying, oh, just as good as Infinite Gojo. Shanks also gives movement speed. So yeah, we're gonna place that extremely high B tier. Not quite A tier yet. Actually, you know, I'll put that in A tier. Anyways, let's go ahead and move on. Tengen pet. Tengen gives you 25% crit damage for 10 seconds, and he also increases the player's attack by 12 times. So, it's basically just an improved version of Chainsaw Man. I'm gonna give it, let me think about this one. You know, and I'll put it there. Next up, we got Obito's pet. Obito pet only gives 10 times the player's attack, which is pretty weird. I have ice in my mouth and my cheek is freezing. Obito increases crit chance by 15% for 10 seconds, but, excuse me, chewing ice. Okay, and he also reduces cooldown reduction by 1.5 seconds. Anyways, I'm probably gonna move this just a tad above, Infinite Gojo. Actually, I'll put it slightly above, Shanks. Anyways, next up we got Naruto Beast Pet. Ooh, I forgot he only gives 10 times the player's attack. I'm gonna put him, I'll put him right here. Anyways, next up we got Naruto Pet that only gives 10 times the player's attack. I know. Anyways, he increases boss damage by 13%, for only 8 seconds. So, this is a rough choice, because it's basically Luffy Pet, but worse. pretty decent amount worse too. It gives less attack and less time for the boss damage. I'm gonna put it right here. Actually, I'll put it right here. Next up, we got Aaron Pet. Wait, did I mention that Naruto Beast gives movement speed? I forgot about that. I'm gonna put him right here. Combat Titan, increases the attack by player's attack by 17%, and then increases your attack by 19 times. 19 times. I'm sorry, I meant 19% for 10 seconds. Now, that's a good pet. I'd say this belongs slightly above Shanks. What is Esper give again? You know what, I'm gonna put him above Accelerator. You know what, I'll give that really low A or S tier. Now, Esdeath, Shadow Esdeath pet, 7 times the player's attack. Bad, bad. And freezes the enemies for 2 seconds. Bad, bad. D tier, boo! I don't want to explain Yorchi for some reason. I just don't want to. Rimmer does like 7.5 or 7 times the player's attack, but it gives you 0.5% healing. I still don't think that's good. A little messy. I think it belongs right here. Anyways, next up we got Kurumi. Don't explain this. Kurumi gives 17 times the player's attack, and she decreases your skill cooldown reduction by like 8 seconds. Next up, we got Aqua Pet. Aqua Pet does 17 times the player's attack, gives you invincibility, and heals you a bunch. I think that's a solid C tier. You know, depending on how much you die, it could be a pretty low B tier, maybe mid B tier. Still probably say low B tier. But, you know, anyways, moving on to the Dio Pet, which is actually a good pet. He does 17 times the player's attack, and reduces skill cooldown reduction by 3.4. And stuns the enemies for a few seconds. So, it's just a slightly better version of Esper Pet. Next up, we got the Ichigo Final Pet, which is also actually a good pet. Ichigo Pet does 17 times the player's attack, and increases the crit chance by 20%, and increases the crit damage by like 40 or 50%, and also increases movement speed. All that with 10 seconds. In my opinion, probably second best pet in the game. That's very, very good for Raid, and very, very good for Dimensions. So yeah, next up we got Goku Pet. Goku Pet decreases the skill cooldown by 3 seconds, and increases movement speed for, how long again? For 8 seconds. Now, you might be thinking, that's terrible for Raid. Anyways, it's good for Dimensions. Next up, we got the Deku Pet. These are the new pets that haven't been rated in the tier list yet. But next up, we got Deku Pet. Deku Pet does 17 times the player's attack and reduces skill cooldowns for 4.5 seconds and increases movement speed for 8 seconds. In my opinion, that is a solid S tier. Next up, we got Tanjiro's Pet. Oh, wowie. Tanjiro Pet increases your attack by 19 times. Player's attack, of course. It increases your player attack by 19 times, and, which is the highest in the game, increases your boss damage by 22%. Oh my god! For 9 seconds. But if you want to add even more of that, it also gives you movement speed for 9 seconds. Bow, 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 bow. Anyways, that concludes the pet tier list. Yo, 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 yo! Pow, pow. I hope you guys enjoyed this. If you didn't, I don't know. We're gonna have to sit down and have a talk. And that's, I'll see you guys in the next video where I sit down and have a talk. Goodbye.